What up, guys? Good morning. The Vol 500, day 22, Saturday. We're just going to do a little recap, people, of the week. Maybe talk about how my week went. The Vol 500, day 22, daily business, tips, inspiration with the king here. And today, I'm going to do something a little different. I don't usually feature people. Well, I do, actually. But we're going to talk about a particular person, business owner, business creator, Amani Ellis. It's day 22. Did I say 22? My bad. Day 23 of the Vol 500, man. We closing in on 100. Super happy about that. Amani Ellis is the founder of CultureCon, a conference event, and it's one of the biggest. You can do your research after this, but she's a really cool person. While she's featured, let's check it out. She built CultureCon from a small side project into a large conference celebrating Black and Brown creatives. Runs the Creative Collective, NYC, a community first agency working with brands like HBO, Netflix. Started while working a 9 to 5 at NBC Universal. Scaled through authentic branding, community building, and media partnerships. So today we're just talking about, we're recapping the week, the Vol 500, and I'm highlighting a business owner, a successful business owner. Her name is Amani Ellis. She was featured on the Forbes list. You can kind of do your research on your own, but she scaled the business while she was working a 9 to 5. She scaled it into a big conference, and she ended up doing a lot of big things with a lot of major brands. And she's the prime example of what scaling a brand is. She scaled it from zero, which most people do anyway. A lot of people really don't have the capital to go and start something new. And so you have to kind of start small with a small. She probably started with a small local event, and then she just scaled it, right? Getting sponsors, getting people involved. She scaled her conference into one of the biggest conferences, and then she ended up landing on the Forbes list. And this is what I love to talk about all the time is scaling. Almost any business can be scaled, right? Anything. If you're an actor, you can scale being an actor. Mark Wahlberg, he has the Wahlberg restaurants, right? He has a clothing line. He has all these different things. He started out as an actor in small parts in movies, right? Worked his way up, became a star, said, hey, I'm going to open up my own restaurant. He scaled it. And you can scale almost any business. If you're a cook, you love to cook, look at what Kentucky Fried Chicken did. Look at what these fast food restaurants are doing. some people, there's this company that started out with a food truck and then they scaled it into a restaurant. So any business can be scaled. And that's one of the things I'm going to be focusing on today is how I'm scaling the things that I'm doing to scale my brand. So if you guys know anything about me, right? I scaled my brand. You know, I'm a school teacher, educator, but I scaled my brand. I started in 2006 when nobody was podcasting. There was no influencer term. There was none of that stuff. I was helping to create early influencers, and I was podcasting. I started my podcast in 2007. So what I did, I didn't have much money to invest. I had a regular day job like everyone else. What I did to scale the company, I said we got to go viral. That's what we had to do to scale because we didn't have any money. We had to go viral. We had to get people's attention. So I started creating these animations. And I started doing, not a lot of people was doing it at that time. Now everyone is doing it, right? Because you got AI. And that's okay. But back in 2006, you didn't have AI. So you had to actually create the animation yourself. You had to be an artist. And we created the animation and it went viral. Basically, we created a couple of different animations. One with 50 Cent went viral. He placed it on his website. Once he placed it on his website, it started to try. It went. We did like 50,000 views in a week. Back then in 2006, 50,000 views was a lot. Some people still think 50,000 views is a lot on a video, but back then, 50,000 views was a lot in 2006. So we did that on YouTube. No, 2008. I'm sorry, 2008. 50,000 views was a lot. So we after that, people started contacting me and asking me to do interviews with major celebrities. That's how we landed the Nicki Minaj interview. That's how we landed quite a few different interviews. The major labels and major PR people was contacting us. So now, scaling a company right now is so much easier because of social media. That's my point. We didn't have much money in 2006. We went viral and we were able to scale because people knew who we were. People were contacting us. And we were able to scale. So that's what she did. I don't know if she used social media to scale, but that's what we did. Yeah, so whatever business you're trying to scale, don't be discouraged because you don't have the proper funding. You can use social media to scale it. And that's how you have to take. That's how you have to look at it. Say, man, I don't have the money to scale my business, whatever you're trying to do. Use social media. Social media is free. Social media is only going to push your content a little bit. Let's say they give you a couple of hundred views. If you keep creating content, those couple of views add up. If let's say, for example, they give you a 500 view push, then you drop another video, give you a 500 view push. Then you drop another video, they give you a 500 view free push. You see what I'm getting at? Now you got thousands of views to people that never heard of you, never saw you before. So even though they're not giving you a big, gigantic push on social media, you might go viral if you do the right thing. But that 500, that 200, that 100, they all add up to thousands and thousands of views. And it's just free promotion. So you can scale any business using social media because now you got free eyeballs. Free eyeballs. If you're consistent with content and dropping new content and being consistent with whatever it is you're doing, you got free eyeballs. So why not? Just work on your idea, whatever it is that you're trying to do. Scale it with social media. So many people are doing it right now. So many people are scaling businesses with social media. It ain't funny, and it's happening fast. You can easily go on TikTok and see the thousands of people that are scaling businesses. I forgot the exact number, but social media has made hundreds of thousands of millionaires. I forgot the exact number. You can probably Google it, see. But I think it's in the hundreds of thousands. Hundreds of thousands of millionaires were made with social media. So jump on it, man. Jump on it, people. There's enough money out there for everybody. There's enough success for everyone. Imagine if everyone in America was a millionaire, which it pretty much, everyone in America is pretty much a millionaire anyway. By the time you retire, most people touch at least $1 million. The average person will touch $1 million before they retire or around the time they retire. So what you do with that money matters. Take it, reinvest it, do whatever it is that you're going to do to get to the next level. You know, one thing that I was talking to someone about yesterday was people have to learn how to pay themselves first. You know, a lot of times we pay our bills first, and we pay the cell phone bill first, we pay the car bill first. We got to learn how to pay ourselves first. Put some money in some stocks. Put some money in your savings account and don't touch it. If you want like real success, you got to pay yourself first. Put that money in that retirement account. Put that money in your savings account. You got to pay yourself first. That's what a lot of people aren't doing, you know. That's the reason why people got to have good jobs and they're not saving any money, because they're not paying themselves first. We all have to learn how to do that. Pay yourself first. Put that money in those stocks. Put that money in your savings account, and then pay your cell phone. Then pay your mortgage. Then pay your rent. If you can't do that, then you gotta get a side gig. If you don't have enough money to pay yourself first, you're gonna have to get a side gig. So, the Vault 500 people, thank you for tapping in. Just doing a recap of the week. Some of the stuff that we talked about. One of the things that we talked about during the week was the new phones, the foldable phones is gonna be, you can fold it like a notebook, or you can fold it like a clamshell. They're gonna be very expensive and bulky. So the one that you fold like a clamshell is actually going to be smaller. So that one makes a bit more sense. I want smaller and more convenient. That's what I want. That was one of the things we talked about during the week. We also talked about these VR headsets. I have a VR headset that I purchased. I think I got a handful of times. But what they're saying about these headsets is They're really good for collaboration in business. That's the reason why I was talking about it. That's the reason why I think it's important. Now imagine being able to put these glasses on, this headset on, be able to work with people in different countries and build things together. These particular headsets, the Apple, are expensive. They're over $3,000, I think. I wasn't happy about paying $300. I think when I got my gift, the ones that I got were over $300. I wasn't happy about that. So these right here are $3,000. What's the difference between a $3,000 pair and a $300 pair? I don't know. I have to do the research myself. So the Vault 500, guys, day 23. I'm just doing a recap of the week of the different things that I talked about. Today, I did a spotlight of Amani Ellis, who's a successful business owner. She started her own conference and scaled it. She's in the Forbes list. You can kind of do your own research, I guess, personal. Hope you guys had a good week, though. Hope you guys accomplished what you set out to do this week. Whatever that may be. I know I have a lot of students on here I've talked to, stuff like that. I hope you were able to pass your exams, hand in your work, whatever it is you're trying to do. I hope it was good for you this week. My week is good. You guys know, if you've been following, I'm on vacation right now. So I'm out here in the park doing my workout. I appreciate you guys though, man. You can kind of see it in the background a little bit, right? Thanks for tapping in with me. Appreciate you guys. some of you may know, some of you may not. I create content, content with AI, and I created a character called Bolo the Assassin, and he's basically a Muslim assassin who's working on himself. You know, he loves the money that he's making, but at the same time, he's dealing with the struggles of just doing the wrong thing, trying to be righteous at the same time, which is not possible. So we're working on a video game. We're working on a film, more animations. So you guys are watching me scale this in real time, watching me grow this brand in real time. So those that tap into the Vault 500 are gonna be able to see me build this brand from the ground up. I built brands before, but you're gonna be able to see me build this from the ground up. So, like I was saying, the animation, we have a bunch of characters that we're building. And you're watching me build it from the ground up. We also have a soundtrack that we're building with over 100 songs in the catalog thus far. A lot of people are telling me that it's the next $1 billion brand. So that's a lot to live up to. But I'm having fun scaling it, and you guys have the opportunity to watch me scale this Bolo the Assassin brand from just a couple of thousand views to millions and millions of views and etc. So yeah, so what went, maybe I can talk about what went well for me this week. Good morning. One thing that went well for me this week was I got up every day and I came here. This morning, I didn't really feel like getting up this morning. Not gonna lie. It was rough. I was about to eat breakfast. And I wasn't gonna get up. Then I said to myself, if I don't get up, who else is gonna do it? Who else is gonna get on here and talk for you? Nobody's gonna do that for you. So I got up and I'm here. Made it happen. Nobody's gonna get up for you and do the work. Right? Nobody's gonna get up for you and do the work, people. To get up and do the work. And it's hard work. Getting up out of your bed. Come out here and do my workout. And then get on here and talk to you guys. And motivate you guys. That's what I want to do. I want to motivate myself and motivate you guys too. Thank you guys for tapping in. Appreciate you. So I got up this morning and I came out even though I didn't want to. And sometimes we all feel that way. Sometimes we don't want to get up. But what happens if you don't get up? You don't make that money, right? You don't make that money. And if you don't make that money, that could cause even more problems. So not getting up is gonna cause more problems than getting up. So just get up and do the work. That's me. That was me this morning. That's what was going through my head while I was laying in the bed. Just get up. Once you get up, life is gonna get easier. It's gonna get easier. Get up out the bed, people. It's gonna make life easier. And that's what got me out the bed this morning. Staying in the bed is gonna make life harder. Getting out the bed is gonna make life a little bit easier. And doing the work. That's the bottom line. But today's the Vault 500, day 23. And I decided to feature a young business owner, Amani Ellis. You can kind of do your research on her. Really cool chick. She started her own business conference. And it became one of the biggest. She's in the Forbes list and all that stuff. Like I said, you can see that some of the things that she's accomplished. Scaling a business from nothing, a goal that a lot of us have. She scaled a conference from nothing, and that conference is hard. That is super hard. I know a lot of people that tried, believe me. So do your research if you're interested on Amani Ellis. She's very successful. I think her social media is Amani. I think on Instagram. Take a look at what she's doing. More consistently, I'm going to start to feature people. So if you know any young business owners that you would like me to talk about, hit my email. Or you can look in the links in the bio, contact me, and let me know about young business owners that you might want me to feature. Or you can just leave a comment on this video. Yeah, that would probably be the best bet. If you have any young entrepreneurs you want me to feature or talk about that are doing their thing. Doesn't have to be a large business. It could be a up and coming small business. And I'll talk about them. But I want to thank you guys. Day 23. We're doing it. We close to 100. We got a couple of hundred more to go, but it's all right. I appreciate all you guys for tapping in. The thousands of people that tune into the show, man. That tune into the live. Appreciate y'all. All right. The Vault 500, day 22. Appreciate you guys. I'm about to log off. But if you know any, I'm gonna start doing this more, featuring talented people. This girl is a superstar, But I'd be willing to feature, anybody that has a small business that's up and coming, showing how you guys are scaling your businesses and stuff like that. I think people like to hear about these good stories of people scaling a business from nothing. That's what the Vault 500 is all about. It's about learning from each other and digging into the vault of knowledge and sharing it. So this young lady's a very successful business person. Um, she scaled the conference, became one of the biggest conferences, and definitely do your research on her and check her out. So in the future, I'm going to be doing this more, probably more so on Fridays and Saturdays. Um, but thank you guys for tuning in, man. Thank you for tuning in to Vault 500 Day 23. I'm gonna be back here tomorrow morning. Uh, you know, Sunday. Tomorrow, today's Saturday, right? Yeah, yeah. So I'll be back Sunday, and we're gonna get ready for the week. We're gonna talk about, how you guys are gonna scale and get stuff done for the week. And probably, I'm trying to figure out when I'm gonna start opening up the comments because the comments got a little crazy, and I had to close them for a while. And I'm not really sure when I'm gonna open the comments back up. But you could always leave a comment on the video if you feel like the information has hit you and touched you in some way and you want to communicate. Again, the comments are also monitored, so not all the comments are going to go through, but the team will see your comment. So we have to close the comments in order to protect the viewers, and sometimes we have kids on and stuff like that, and the comments got a little crazy. They were saying using bad words and stuff like that, so I had to close it out. But to make a long story short, I'm gonna try to open up the comments maybe on Fridays and Saturdays sometimes, for maybe like 10 minutes, a limited time. It'll be a limited time so the trolls can't get in and act silly. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys for tapping in the Vault 500. See you guys tomorrow. Um, Make sure you check out this young lady, Amani Ellis. Very talented, very successful. You can learn a lot from her. She scaled her business from being a small conference while working a day job. So if you're trying to do something like that, do your research on her. She's a really dope individual. Appreciate you guys. This is the Vault 500 Day 23. See you tomorrow.